So the city of Houston, built in 1871, wrecked in 1878 on its way from New York City down to Galveston. The ship was carrying many Christmas presents, which is why it created this plethora of artifacts for us to talk about, and we're going to talk about a few of them right now. To start off with, I have a couple whistles, bird-shaped whistles. They're likely made out of tin or pewter or white metal, and they're both painted, and it's quite amazing how well the paint has stayed on. They're likely a lead-based paint, and you can tell by the seams on both the bodies of the birds that they were formed out of cast iron molds. And that is it about the whistles. For now, we're going to move on to some other artifacts.
All right. So my artifacts from the city of Houston Shipwreck are Rattles for Toddlers. So this one is a boy dressed in Scottish war attire, and you can see the details that went into his outfit. He's got his kilt and his musket and his feather in his hair. And then we have another type that is a rattle with a handle, and this one you can see in the carvings on the top, the children with their toys and the angels around the base of the ball. A more creepy example would be this one, where you have the crying face and the laughing face. I don't know what child would exactly want to play with that, but that's okay. Next, Lou.
So then we also have two sets of glassware. So we have this child's inkwell, and similar to the whistles, it has a seam here down the middle, so you know it was formed in a mold. And then it also has embossed lettering, which gives us the maker's mark. It does have a cork that has been it's turned into a concretion, so there's a lot of salt buildup, and there's the cork, and it's sort of falling into the inkwell. And then we have a child's condiment set made of glass, and same thing, so they were formed in a mold. There is remarkable detail on the shoulder here, and then as well around the body. And all four of the, I guess you could call them vials, share the same design. They're made probably in the same place. And then this salt shaker has a metal top. It's potentially lead, but possibly the same sort of metal that the rest of the artifacts made out of. And there are 2 spoons, a set of tongs, and then a holder for the 4 vials in the condiment set.
Alright, I have 2 artifacts, which is, to start with, is the brass toy steamboat, and it is relatively put together, but it is missing it's missing several parts of it, but it looks like it could possibly still float. And then next we have a brass trumpet, which is severely corroded in some areas, but it is the main part is brass, and then this part is ceramic. And yeah, that's right.
Hi. So I just got these, and it's a little tiny tea set for kids. And if you guys have noticed that all of the artifacts here are kind of toys for children, and it's because most likely that the city of Houston was on its way down during Christmas carrying a bunch of Christmas gifts for a bunch of kiddos, and it had wrecked. And unfortunately, because the wreck wasn't found by archaeologists or people aware of archaeological stuff, it was treasure hunted, and so we don't have any provenience or context for the artifacts. So if we, for instance, if they were found in like the cargo hold, then we can know that they were like presents for someone else instead of personal items of the people on the crew. But regardless to say, they are personal items for a person. Well, that's pretty much it.